Often credited for defining the survival horror genre, Resident Evil has received praise for its graphics, gameplay, sound, and atmosphere, although it has sometimes received criticism for its voice acting. Some say Resident Evil would lead to the zombie film resurrection and renewed interest during the 2000s. Today, we're going to speak to you, teach you, and enjoy a great franchise starting in 1996. Hello, and welcome to Skorne's Lair's podcast. I'm Scumbag Steve.
I'm Dirtbag Dewey, and this week we are joined by our friend. You'll see his name as Shambles. But our friend Kevin here is our Resident Evil source. He's the friend that we have that has played like every game. So welcome to Skorne's Lair for the first time, Kevin.
Hello.
I just want to say
thank you for having me.
That was just terrible, and I loved it.
Yeah, you know, I mean that's how we do here on Skorne's Lair, episode 5, the Resident Evil Village edition. Yeah, that's it. So today we're gonna talk about Village. I guess we'll talk about our favorite Resident Evil games.
Have you
our
heard
favorite
about it?
Moments. Yeah, you ever heard of this game?
What is Resident Evil?
What is Resident Evil? Where did it come from? Where is it going?
It came from the depths of hell, but it's a beautiful franchise.
Yes, it is.
That's an interesting way to label Japan, but okay, sir. Hell.
All right, before we get into too much Resident Evil here, we're gonna do as always, just cover a few this time especially quick topics. First, we're gonna go over the fact that somebody we used to be really big fans of and still are, Dave Bautista, has gotten a hold of Warner Brothers and has asked for them to buy IP that I don't think most of you will expect, which is Gears of War, because he wants to make a movie.
Ooh.
Yeah, I saw he actually wants to star as Felix too.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man.
Yeah.
Were you? Did you play Gears at all, Kevin?
Yeah, I did. I have 5. I think this newest one.
Yeah, that's the newest one. Yeah.
Played a lot of that. I beat it. It was a good game.
You ever play the originals? We played 1 and 2 a lot. So.
I think I played 1 and then I went straight to 5.
Yeah. Everyone else too. Don't worry.
The middle just isn't there.
I'm pretty sure I've played them all, but I haven't really played 3 through 5. I played a lot of 1 and 2 with Steven.
Do you remember the one that came with the Lancer? It was like a Nerf gun, but you could actually.
Oh.
Which one? I think it was.
Was that the
maybe
360?
Cool.
That was for the 360. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a 360 console, right?
Maybe it was, and it came with the Lancer.
Or it was either that or the collector's or special edition. Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, you guys
Very
excited?
cool.
Would you guys be excited to see a Gears of War movie if it was like a AAA, like the new? It'd be like the new Mortal Kombat, right? Like that's basically what they did.
Can you make a Gears of War movie in M rating, or do you have to make it AO? Because like you saw people in half.
It'd be
People explode into pieces.
I mean, Grindhouse is in, right? Like all that grind core stuff, whatever it's called.
Yeah, like the Machete films.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those films.
And if you don't get Danny Trejo in Gears of War, I don't want to watch it, bro.
Especially that gore.
If anybody belongs,
Totally agree. Now 100% Switch.
okay.
All right, he got it.
And Nintendo's releasing a game for the Switch called Game Builder Garage. And
that's interesting.
It's very interesting. It's basically like a game to help you make video games. Like I guess it's like a new version of what would be like the Mario level builders or like stuff like that, right? Like
Sure.
Instead you're making your own video game using different tools. It's kind of cool.
It's like a watered down Unity for the Switch, in my opinion.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive what you can do with it.
But have you seen the importance of the Switch? just the other day, a calculator was released on the eShop
Yes, bro. I
for
need that.
$9.99.
Yeah, dude. I've seen people use it. It's literally a scientific calculator.
Bro, it has crossplay. You can crossplay with your phone.
What do you mean? Crossplay? What do you mean?
It has the exact same functionality as your phone.
Okay.
Calculator.
Okay.
There's
okay,
crossplay, dog.
So you add 5, but you add 5 plus 5 here, and on your phone it pops up the answer.
Damn, I don't have my phone
I
here.
need it. I need it.
I don't think anybody needs it. Like, who uses their Switch for their math?
It's right here. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know.
You buying it
Just
right
hold
now?
up.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, he's buying it right now.
Yeah. See, bam.
Crossplay. There we go.
Oh,
Just pull up the Switch. You have that. You have it, right?
yeah. That's,
Hey, news-wise, speaking of your phone, why don't you turn that sumbitch around?
oh,
yeah,
dude. Yeah. Check this out.
It's my phone case.
That is the best emulation thing ever, bro. The fact that you
Allegedly.
can play a game.
Yeah, I'll turn it on. Allegedly.
Alleged. It's,
Oh, wow, it's got a good speaker in it, too.
Yeah. And then
It looks like a
the
Game
game
Boy.
on it. You ready?
Yeah.
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 The game's Super Contra,
Oh,
Balloon Fight, Spartan X,
don't know.
Arkanoid, Donkey Kong, Super Mario Brothers, Tetrisia.
Is that a Tetris remake?
Tetrisia.
Yeah.
All right.
Tetris got a
It's
sequel?
basically Tetris. Execute Bike, 5 Chess,
Wait.
Mahjong.
Do you mean Excite Bike, sir?
Oh yeah, Excite Bike. You're right. My
Execute Bike sounds wicked.
bad. Excite Bike.
Just cut people's heads off with the back
Mahjong.
tire.
Right?
The Galaga's on here.
Okay.
Boom Man,
Man, that's a lot of games
Ice
There's a lot of
Climber,
games.
Circus,
to come on. right?
Pinball, Soccer,
Allegedly.
Puyan.
Yeah, you put all those on
Pac-Man.
you own all these games. Yeah.
Yeah, I want all of them. Mario Bros, Battle City, Lord Runner, Nuts Milk, F1 Racer, Tennis, Olympic.
Are we just going to
Road
let it say
Fighter?
nuts milk on the podcast and just wash right past it?
That's what the game's called.
Oh, there's everything. He's basically there's like 100 games on there, and
Yeah.
I mean, it
The
seems
list
like
goes on.
you've been enjoying it. It's been playing well for you. So
Are there any Mario Brothers or Pokemans on it?
no, it's Sonic.
Yeah. There's 2 Mario games. A Donkey Kong game.
2
and Ice
Mario.
Climbers.
He meant
Mario games. Mario.
Yeah,
Mario.
Mario the Carpenter.
Yeah.
You know,
The
originally
German-
he was a
German
carpenter in Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
He
Yeah.
wasn't a plumber.
I didn't know that until like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, actually.
Isn't that weird?
They converted him from a plumber to a carpenter.
I
for a
don't
game.
remember the reason why. Yeah, I don't remember the reason why. It was something with making him more. I have no idea.
I think they tied it into the pipes. I think that was our whole thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't quote me on that, but if I had to think about it,
I'm trying not
Right.
to. So.
yeah. Whenever you bring up Mario, I just think of that awful film. So
I'd watch it again
why
I'd
not?
100% watch it again.
just to laugh at it. All right. So about a week ago, a new Resident Evil game launched. I have not played it yet. Steven, you have not played it yet.
No.
But you, sir, you in the top corner there, you
Yeah.
you seem to have played it twice.
Yes. I'm working on my 3rd go through right now.
Word. Now, I want to hear your first impression of the game when you like picked up the controller and opened the start menu and you hit start game and you played through that first mission. What was your thoughts?
My thoughts were, it's a beautiful game. I like what they did. I like their inventory. It was very anticipated. I was waiting and waiting,
Yeah, you were.
and I felt like they brought it back to the good Resident Evils. Well,
Okay.
not that they're all good. It's just like the older generation, like the retro ones, the beginning.
Do you wish that it was in third person?
No, not for this one.
No.
No?
But other games, the other ones, yeah, I do.
Do you
I like
think
the
it was a
third
good
person aspect more than first person.
Oh, okay. Did you think it was a good switch to go to the first person? Yeah, like from the third person? Or is it literally just the way this style of game is playing for you that it works?
Yeah, it was just the style of the game and all this stuff that had a big effect on it.
Cool.
I know I personally have a hard time going back to the old Resident Evils because I can't stand the tank controls of them. You know, you got to turn and then you can walk forward and then
Yeah.
turn. Yeah, I like 5 and 6 and 4 even, I guess, because you can run around with the joystick.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite movement style? The current or?
My favorite move style would be probably the current.
Just easier to move around.
A mix of both, actually.
Yeah, I mean, like you're a big fan of like 4 and stuff too. So and that's like the conversion to that kind of more. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the camera in that game, but like the movement is much more fluid than it is in the other games. Like it's not that tanky kind of walk forward turn. Yeah. So
You could
then
definitely.
Yeah, what was that?
I'd say you could definitely hide a lot more with their old camera angles, so you didn't have to
Yeah,
develop
like you
as
really
much.
have to look around.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. So when it
Because
comes
it's
to
a-
like, oh no, go ahead, Kevin.
I like a mix of both because I like the old camera because you had to look around, but also like the new stuff where you're free to move about.
Yeah. Totally. So that was the first mission. That's like your first initial thoughts. Once you beat the game, what did you feel like that first time?
Spoiler free, of course, sir.
Spoiler free, of course.
When I beat the game, I didn't like the ending, but it was a solid ending.
Okay. It completed the story.
No. No.
No, there's
It
a
left
lot
me
to
with
be
so many
desired.
more questions. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, DLC, right? It's gonna come.
I
Maybe
hope.
not. Did Village get
It's
DLC?
it's Capcom. They might
No.
not.
I don't think
Village,
Village.
I don't think Village did. Yeah.
No, they're not gonna. I don't think they'll add anything.
No, maybe not. Yeah, I guess Capcom doesn't really do that, do they?
No, they're one of the good ones still.
There's nothing wrong with DLC. It's the way that they.
Yeah, you're right. There's nothing wrong
DLC
with DLC.
blasphemy. They better get it right the first time.
It's when you cut a game up to have DLC.
Yeah, when you from the launch, I mean, like you should, yeah, of course, but you should make a whole game. Like I think Borderlands did a great job. Borderlands 2 did
Yeah.
a great job at that. You know, like they.
And then you should read fan reaction and then make DLC.
Yeah, I think that's why Tiny Tina hit so hard is because it was literally like just the perfect DLC for the game. It wasn't like it was like making fun of Borderlands 2. Not making fun of, but it was like a good companion to Borderlands 2, but it wasn't Borderlands 2, you know? But anyway, Resident Evil apparently doesn't have DLC. I didn't even think about that. It doesn't though. Okay.
Do any of them?
Don't think
Yes. No,
yes?
no DLC.
I don't
No,
think
no,
5
None
ever
of them
did.
have DLC.
I know
None
they
of them have
remade
DLC.
5 with the with the PS Move functionality.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Is there a VR Resident Evil?
There is
Yes.
Resident Evil 7.
7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
have
think I
not
saw
had
it.
the
Oh.
mispleasure of putting myself in that mansion, but I've seen gameplay of it. It looks super fun.
I would love to play in VR.
Oh, I think like
Sadly, I don't
2
know.
or 3 would be a great VR game. Like the remakes of 2 or 3.
Yes.
Like 3 would be terrifying with the Nemesis charging after you, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
7's more psychological horror, right?
That's where that
7
would
is more
really,
jump scare.
Yeah.
yeah, that would hit your head pretty hard. The other one is at least more action oriented, but there is plenty of like, I know plenty of people who couldn't handle the zombies coming at them, right? They would just feel too immersed, and that even the zombies coming at them would just be enough.
Yeah. There's a great Walking Dead Saints and Sinners in VR.
Yeah,
If you're a fan of zombie games in VR.
There's
Those
another
games.
one that's pretty big on VR and Steam, I think. That's like more of like a made for VR title kind of thing. From
Yeah,
some
you have the new
companies.
Half-Life Alex.
There's that too. Yeah.
There's a couple
No,
of them really good
This is like
VR
an
games.
indie kind of game, but it's like some called something Island. I don't remember. Not Dead Island.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
Which was a good game.
Yeah, I mean, are you a fan of other like zombie titles? Are you just like a fan of zombie titles, or
Yeah, I love zombie games.
okay, even Black Ops?
As long as I'm not zombie runner.
Okay.
Just gonna say something.
Now we're
completely-
talking about DLC.
yeah, right.
Yeah, you want a game with DLC? There you go.
Now we talk about
All
DLC.
the DLC, all of it.
Black Ops 5 will probably be like a terabyte on your hard drive.
Yeah. Totally.
Brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll at least be 500 gigs.
Like I wish I was joking. It probably will be.
No, I wasn't joking at all. It'll probably be
Yeah.
500 gigs. Because like, I mean, we're talking. Okay, maybe it'll be like
That's probably the
250.
base game.
Yeah.
Hopefully they make that much content.
I think right now the base game on PC is like anywhere from 97 to 125 with the newest Call of Duty, and then like
Yeah.
with like I think you can download like a bigger graphics update, which is like another 50 gigabytes, and then there's like the updates on top of that, which are like another 100 gigabytes. Like you can
Oh,
just
yeah, they
fill a
always-
hard drive. Like
They have their shaders now.
yeah, I mean it's a good way to do it. You know, like here's a game, play it. All right, now if you want a more graphically enhanced version and don't care to wait 8 hours to play it, download hard 2 days depending on where you live.
Yeah.
Download it. You know. I think I did that with one of the Assassin's Creeds, the newer Assassin's Creeds. I think it had one of the like an update, a graphic thing where you could download better shaders. So I could push my
Okay.
2070, you know.
Yeah, there you go.
Gotta have some way.
Do you guys hear how much the 3070s are going for?
Oh yeah, man. Like 3070s are going for like like 1500, right? Something like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Are they still?
Yeah, and
Yep.
they retail at like 600 or 700.
Yep.
So
Is
that's
that just 'cause-
insane.
Of the shortage of the parts to make them, or is that because of scalpers buying them up?
Well, same.
Scalpers.
Scalpers are
Both.
buying it up, creating a shortage, and not just creating. There is a shortage, but like you know what I mean. Like they're creating even a larger shortage in the gaming market.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
these companies are starting to like try to make ways to ensure that the gamers are getting them and like limiting purchases. It's like the sites and like the stores and stuff like Target and I'm sure Newegg and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like they don't like you can order
Mhm.
6 of them, you know, and
Yeah, I saw
or 3
that
of 'em,
Xbox,
whatever.
Microsoft Xbox is
Yeah.
actually doing it through Xbox One. So if you own an Xbox One, you can go on and fill out an application to get an Xbox Series X or S,
They don't.
and then they'll ship it to your door.
How would they know that you're not lying? You have to like.
So you have to have an Xbox
It
One.
goes to your Xbox Live account.
Yeah.
You can
unless
just
you wanna
have an
spam
Xbox Live
accounts.
account, though.
But you
unless
also
wanna
have to
s-
have the Xbox One. You can't just have an Xbox
Yeah,
Live
you have to have the
account.
Xbox One. You have to prove that you play. They
Exactly.
probably go by System ID.
And they said that not everybody will be approved. Like they said 100% out, like
Yeah.
not everybody is going to be approved for this. And you might not
So-
even get into the queue.
So what if you never had an Xbox and you want an Xbox, or you're a new kid getting an Xbox?
What he said.
Go fuck
That's
yourself.
fucked up.
Bill Gates says, "Go fuck yourself, Kevin."
Yeah,
Jesus.
exactly.
He doesn't want you. Buy his console when it's
No
half full
new
price.
customers.
Go buy it at Target or Walmart. How dare you not be able to find it?
You fucking swine.
Bro,
Go out in the general
how hard it is
populace.
to find one of those.
Yeah, dude. I've even been following like restock bots on Twitter and stuff. And like
Yeah.
as soon as that link goes live, you have
They're
you
gone.
have one chance to add it to your cart. And if you do not add it to your cart, there's
Gone.
yeah, like even if you add it to your cart, if you don't hit checkout fast enough, it does not save it. So you can like add it to your cart and then check out, and it will say, "Sorry, this item is no longer available."
Fucked.
It is
That's
awful.
fucked up.
It is awful. But I mean, we're in a shortage of next gen technology, like the chips and stuff they're trying to use. We don't have they don't have the capability to manufacture that fast. Not even just because of COVID, like just a shortage of parts also. Like, so I mean, it makes sense. The PlayStation 5 is still scalping at like I'd say $800 to $1,000, $1,200 depending on bundle. So that's insane.
It's insane.
That's one thing that Nintendo's doing that's nice is they said until we have ample parts to build a new Switch, we're not going to do it. So you're not going to have that crazy people running out trying to get the Switch again and stab each other in this parking lot over Pokemon cards.
Shot even.
There's a news thing too. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Target and Walmart are no longer selling Pokemon cards.
They started literally today. Today is the last day.
People were getting stabbed.
Yes, I guess
it's getting
Friday
big.
since this comes out. Yeah,
Cards are getting big.
It's so weird because, like, it's just not something that you would think somebody would have that much emotion towards, I guess. Like, yes, it's an emotional thing for a lot of people. It brings back a lot of memories, but that's like insane. Stabbing somebody over a pack of Pokemon cards that will be out again next week. Be the first in line next week.
It's the value in the cards.
There's
for the people that do play Pokemon and go to tournaments and all of that. They want the latest stuff. Either they buy a lot of boosters, try to get it, or they'll just buy it straight up. There's a lot of money in cards.
Yeah, there's a lot of people reselling them too, like buying in bulk packages and then going through and getting their cards, grading certain cards, are selling valuable ones, and then just selling bundles of everything else for probably more than what they paid for it. Like, you could probably sell a pack of 15 cards now for like $10 when you bought it for $7. You know?
It depends on what the cards have.
Yeah. But say you found one good card in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one card can get your money back.
Exactly.
$5.
And then you bundle everything else together. And now I have a stack of 50 cards and I'm going to sell it to somebody for $20, you know? Yeah. And now you just made more than your money back. Not that you should do that, people. Don't do it.
It's just a dick move.
But yeah, that's creating such a hype around this thing.
That comes with collecting too, right?
It does, yes.
Yeah.
I do that with video games. I buy lots and I keep what I want and sell the rest.
But you buy used stuff. Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
And I priced my stuff out, and just in my DBZ collection for cards alone is like $100 and something to $200.
Do you think that's going to keep going up?
No. And yes, it'll fluctuate.
Well, with like
depending
Pokemon,
on what comes out. For Pokemon, older cards, like when they first came out, are expensive. Newer cards, they have to be what's the meta.
Yeah, okay.
And for Pokemon, you have to stay relevant. Up to date.
Relevant. Yeah, relevant.
Irrelevant. To stay
as
relevant
with anything, there eventually has to be a market crash.
Yeah, right.
I've been watching gaming pretty closely recently because I'm getting more into collecting the old consoles, and it's still on the rise now. But as soon as it plateaus, that's not when you buy, people. That's not when you buy.
So you sell. So you hold on.
That's what I would sell when it plateaus.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm thinking about selling this Slim here for that reason, because right now I can sell that thing for like $100. Well, bundled in the right bundle, $150.
Yeah.
When I paid $50 for it, you know, and then like in a year buy one for $50.
I've got one to repair right here.
Yeah, I also thought about that because you can get consoles for cheap right now for fix. I mean, depends on what you buy them.
Well,
from.
That's an easy console to break too.
Yeah.
Run it too long, it overheats, and buy.
Any 360 is easy to break.
Yeah,
they all break.
You know how to keep them running cool. You just don't put the case back on them.
yeah. He had that problem. He was like, it was like running. It was running fine. He had it like downloading stuff, and it was all open. And as soon as you put the case on, the case gets to like alone gets to like 100 degrees, or probably more like 80 or 90. But it's crazy. So back to Resident Evil.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. I forget sometimes that we talk about specific things too.
Oh, newsworthy Resident Evil.
Oh, okay.
Netflix is starting a Netflix series
that's right.
on Resident Evil.
Two of them.
Yeah, two of them. He's right.
Yeah.
One looks like it follows Leon and Jill Valentine, right? Or not Jill.
I think that was Claire.
Yeah, Claire Redfield.
Yeah, it was Claire. The trailer, it looked like Claire, and then it shows Leon, and that's it.
So that could be really like RE2, or maybe X.
It looked like it was in two different places.
Okay.
One was in like a cabin. The other one was in the city. So it could be raccoon. It could be two.
Raccoon.
Raccoon
Yeah,
City. What is that robot chicken sketch?
Yeah, Yoshi.
Oh, look, Raccoon City.
Raccoon City. That sounds lovely. Let's keep eating alive. That's a great episode. Go to YouTube or
I think
any
it's on
viewing.
Hulu, right? And
Robot Chicken, I think moved to
it's on
HBO.
Yeah, it's HBO
Okay,
now.
I'm not sure what episode it is, but it has the Super Mario Brothers go to Vice City, and Yoshi goes to Raccoon City. Wonderful episode, one of my favorites by far.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I never watched Robot Chicken. So.
Oh, you would love it, dude. You would absolutely love it. If I could ever recommend anything to you. So there's something that I wanted to try. And it is a retro replay or stay away segment.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to give you Resident Evil games, and you're going to tell me whether you'd replay or you'd stay away. Okay?
Okay.
Resident Evil 6.
Go.
Oh, I'd stay away from that.
Resident Evil 0.
I'd replay.
Resident Evil 3.
Which one?
Original.
Replay.
Okay. Resident Evil 3 Remake.
I'd replay it.
I say you replay it all the time. Like,
Yeah.
It's like one of the main Resident Evil games I see you go back to.
Resident Evil Code Veronica.
Replay.
Resident Evil 5.
Was definitely replay.
Okay, my man. All right. Resident Evil. That's it. Resident Evil 1.
Replay.
Okay, classic. Resident Evil Village.
Replay. I like the story.
Are you going to say the same thing in 10 years?
In 10 years, yeah.
Yeah?
Replay.
You think it's one of those
Yep.
that'll be a cult classic? What about Resident Evil 3? Oh. Spicy take. Let's hear it.
Angle.
I don't think it'll be a spicy classic, but people will still play it in 10 years. Most definitely.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
What about Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, the original?
Yeah, replay.
Okay. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
I would replay it, but I wouldn't say stay away from it, but I wouldn't replay it.
I just want to point out, in Japan, Resident Evil is Biohazard. Therefore, that title of that game is Biohazard 7 Biohazard. I'm just saying.
That's great. That should have been the name here.
Yeah, right. Biohazard.
Yeah. What about RE2?
All right, I'd replay.
Yeah.
Have you
Original
played
and remake?
the remake of Resident Evil 1?
No. I haven't.
Okay. So that's one that you'd probably want to play, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is that for?
Yeah.
I think it's on PS4 and Switch now, if I remember
Okay.
correctly.
I've never played
Oh.
the Resident Evil 1. No.
Yeah.
I played 2.
Yeah, it actually doesn't say on here. I know it's beautiful though.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4.
100% replay. That's my favorite.
What's your console of choice for Resident Evil?
GameCube. So I
GameCube.
played it on. Yeah.
Okay.
So I played it on.
Right on. Yeah. Have you ever seen the controller? We'll put a graphic up.
No.
Have you ever seen the chainsaw controller?
Yeah, I have. I have.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
have one.
awesome,
I'd
man.
show it,
I
but-
wish, dude. That's one thing
Right?
I wouldn't pay top dollar for, but if I found even a like decent deal,
If you saw that
Just to
at
have
a
it.
garage sale, dude,
I
In
swooped
box.
that up so fast.
and you'd have to act
Oh.
like you don't know what it is, too. Like, oh, this is
dude, this
kind
is
of neat.
dope.
But the inside,
Where'd
you're
you find
screaming.
this?
Yeah.
And inside just flipping out. Yeah, that'd be great.
Bro, there's a guy that took one of those to a Smash competition for Melee. Could you imagine getting your ass 3-stocked by someone playing with a chainsaw?
The entire time they're smashing you, they're just chainsawing
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's their victory thing. When they win, when they 3-stock you, they just grab the chainsaw and just cut you in half.
So when you do this with the chainsaw, you reload on the GameCube.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's
Will that be the X button?
yeah, not a GameCube. Not a
I'm
GameCube
not.
guy.
I don't remember Resident Evil 4.
It's
Which
A, B, Y, and X.
right?
Yeah. So
What was the
probably
reloading
X or
for?
Y, right?
I think the reload was you I think the reload was B.
B.
Okay.
So you could do smash attacks with the chainsaw. Wow.
Great.
Yeah. So that's a segment that I think I want to have reoccurring.
Cool. I like it. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Especially for somebody who's like played almost every Resident Evil, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever series we're talking about.
I'm not even going to
'Cause-
bring up like the Wii spinoffs and stuff because
Okay,
They're not
well, so
traditional.
I have one question then. One of your favorites is Resident Evil 4. Now, would you play that on the Wii? Because Resident Evil 4 is one of the biggest games on the Wii.
I played on the Wii.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would.
Have
seems
you
like fun.
either you played it on the Wii? Because I'm pretty sure you can use like the controller as the gun and stuff.
did they
Like,
make
to
a
aim.
Wii port?
I think I tried it on the Wii.
Yeah.
I did try it on the Wii. And it was weird.
Yeah, I think it's really weird to play. Like the style is a little different.
Yeah. You got the nunchuck on one hand,
There
so
is
you
a
can
Wii
have that
edition.
wherever, but the other one you have to point it at the screen. Yeah, like that. Yep. It was
Like,
it was
where's
weird.
my crosshair?
I have not played the Umbrella Chronicles.
No.
I haven't played the Dark Side Chronicles or Revelations. Have you?
I played Revelations.
Okay.
I've heard of
Yeah, I need to
Revelations.
try
I
the
haven't
other
heard
ones.
of the other two. Yeah.
There's some great games there.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's a long running series, right? When's the first one come out? Like 98 or something?
96.
96.
Yep.
PlayStation 1.
Yep.
Now, I did
PS1.
hear that it was Resident Evil 2 for the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, we were talking about that the
what
other
a
day.
great
Yep.
port. So
I saw someone play it on an emulator on YouTube, and you had infinite ammo. You couldn't inspect your knife. You couldn't inspect anything. It was just non-existent. The zombies didn't die, and when you got past the basketball cage, it went straight to Street Fighter.
Good old Capcom. They're probably not the ones
And
that
then-
ported it
and
either,
it just
right?
restarted. And it just restarted.
They probably didn't even develop the game.
Probably
yeah,
not.
it's probably third party. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually is when it comes to Game Boy ports. But what a game to port to the port to the GameCube. Or sorry, the Game Boy
Yeah.
Advance.
I think there's a
especially.
couple DS games too.
That would be one of the only shooters on the DS.
I
or
think
the
it'd
Advance,
be-
probably.
We got
I think
Metroid.
Revelations
Yeah.
was for the
Revelations.
DS.
I think
I
that's
think
on
they
the
put
Switch
that on
now
the
too.
DS.
Is it on Switch now?
There's quite a
think
few
it was
Resident Evils on the
one
Switch now.
Yeah.
They're porting
Yeah.
a lot of them over.
I mean, why not? Like people are gonna buy them.
Yeah.
So
Nah,
they're
they
good
put
games.
4 on there.
I think
I'll
4
buy
is on
that.
there now, dude.
is
Yeah.
it pulling a Switch
buy
up
it.
right now? Like we're
Yeah.
done.
We'll switch.
I'm-
I do need to
I-
get nunchucks for my Switch because they have stick drift.
Wait, you guys want to talk about stick drift?
Yes, I do. I was really upset when I couldn't play any of my games because stick drift.
There's a reason I bought this.
I have one of those now too.
Yeah, I
Mine,
bought it the other day.
Mine's LED.
I thought
Oh,
about buying the
really?
Monster
Yeah.
Hunter Rise one, bro. I was this close. I only didn't because I would never want to play it. Because the box art is so cool alone. But
See,
Now, I
I'm a
wouldn't
huge fan.
say my controller's a pro controller, but it has a Nintendo logo on it, like the Switch logo, and it comes from a Nintendo box.
okay.
Is it one of
But
those
it's not a
Power
Pro
A's?
controller.
Because
It's
Yeah.
clear and looks like those knockoff ones
Yeah.
for like Xbox. Yeah.
Do you
yeah, it
remember
sounds
the like
Power A.
Afterglow controllers?
Yeah, I absolutely remember those.
The hard candy ones. the
I don't
candy
remember. I
something
think
ones?
Afterglow was the company, so I don't remember what or maybe it was the name of the controllers. I can't remember. They were like
Let me grab my
they were
Switch for full
acrylic
effect.
controllers with LEDs inside, so you could see all the boards, and then
Yeah.
it glowed when you were playing, but it was wired, which sucked because it was like right
Yeah,
when
yeah, that
wireless
sucked.
was becoming big.
See, no,
so it was like
I prefer
360 and
wired now.
PS3. But now we're different now. Like, and we also game like right in front
What
of our
is
computer.
that?
These are by far my favorite
Yeah.
controllers now.
I was choosing
Those are
between
dope.
those. I was literally choosing between those and the Pro, and the only reason I went with the Pro is because the Pro was on sale. Like it had a $15 price drop. Only reason I went with the Pro, but those are awesome. And I also wanted to be able to plug in my computer. Those are only usable in handheld mode, though, right?
Right. Yeah, they don't have. They might have done a revision on them, but as of these right here, these are just plug and play.
Yeah, no.
But
Bluetooth.
they have the Pro controller joysticks. They have.
Yeah.
Well, really, what they are, they're Xbox One joysticks.
Oh, really?
So that's
yeah.
Really nice.
I will say this was. It was hard for me to make this purchase, but I'm happy I did.
Yeah.
It was more money than I wanted to spend on my Switch at the moment. I'd rather
It's
buy a
sad that
game.
you have to justify another $70 because of joystick drift.
I mean, I started to notice it a little bit when I was playing Burnout.
Yeah.
Or no, I was playing Mortal Kombat. Maybe I can't remember.
Yeah, you would definitely notice it in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
It's games like that, Street Fighter and Smash, that it really becomes prevalent.
I remember trying to get a Pro controller for my Switch. I could not find one. I went to like 4 different stores. Every time I went in, they said, "No, they're like, we don't have it." Why?
Special order for me.
It's nice that those have the NFC readers in them too, those Pro controllers, so you can drop the amiibo on the joystick and still use all the functionality of the Switch.
Yeah, totally.
Not that I would know anything about amiibo.
Yeah.
No, I don't see any colors behind you. Okay. All right. So have you played any of the Resident Evils on the Switch then?
Me? No. I haven't touched my Switch.
Yeah.
I don't know any.
Play them on my PC.
Yeah. Yeah, because you've been playing. I saw you not long ago. You played 2 and 3 remakes. That was a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And then
I beat him before 8 came out.
When was the last time you played Village?
Cool. Yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. Like yesterday.
You played every day, basically.
Yeah. I play a little in the morning.
Did you prefer your second playthrough over your first, or your first?
I like my first one.
Okay.
First one's always the best for me.
Is the replay value there though? Oh, right.
Yes.
Yeah. There is replay value.
The replay value is there.
Cool.
So, not spoiler, but like maybe spoiler territory. After you beat Resident Evil Village, you unlock that new mode where you can go through and do time trials.
Yes.
What do you think? What do you think of that? Yeah. That was always my favorite part of the games.
Yeah. I think it's there. It was there for 4. It was there for 5.
Yeah, that's where I played it a lot.
And it's there for Village. That was always fun to do.
Yeah.
And all the challenges that come with it.
Yeah. Is that online too now? Is there like a leaderboard?
I think there will be.
They probably will add one.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, it's just, I mean, when you're doing the time trial, you're starting to go into like arcade territory. So why not have a leaderboard?
Yeah.
I feel like with the way they have it right now, if they don't add anything to it, it's gonna be there, and people are just gonna have the same score.
Okay.
Because there's gonna be a certain way of doing it.
Yeah, and so points are gonna be like 5 points off. You know, everybody's gonna be so.
No, I feel like all the people that will take that seriously, they'll all have the same score unless they change it.
Yeah. Okay. I wonder if anyone's speedrun the game yet. I'm sure because you beat it in like 8 hours the first time.
Yeah. Second time, 4.5.
Yeah, that was with unlimited ammo though, right?
Yes.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Alleged. He's not cheating.
Allegedly, I had infinite ammo.
No, it's not cheating.
It's not though. It is part of the game. You can.
Game design.
Resident Evil's always been that way. You can once you beat it, you can go back and play it after with like and get money currency to.
I think Village is the easiest way to do it though. It's the easiest I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was a pain in RE5.
Yeah, I never beat it.
It's the same as RE5. Yeah.
I guess it's been
it's
so
the same
long.
For 2, 3, 5 Village, and 7. It's always been the same.
Really? I didn't even know 7.
They just have it different ways.
So how does 7 implement that? Because like that seems like a game you wouldn't really be able to buy upgrades for anything. So how do you
Well, the
make
way
the
they
game
did it
easier?
in 2 is they added like you could take more damage or you have more health and all this other stuff. You do
Is
that
there
seven.
is there like a hard mode? Like there, like, you know, on Halo, how you could get skulls and turn skulls on? Is there like things you can get that make the game harder for you?
No, but you could
Okay.
do certain things to make it harder for you.
Well, yeah, right. Like go with just a pistol,
Knife only
Yeah.
run.
knife only runs,
Or knife
pacifist
only.
run. I want you to not kill a
Yeah.
single zombie.
Yep.
Pacifist run.
No killing of zombies. You can kill humans. Humans are fine. No killing of zombies in the pacifist run.
It's not allowed.
You're a tree hug. It's called the tree hugger run. Okay. So overall, I'm gonna say that you really enjoyed Village.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a phenomenal story.
So then I'm gonna turn this.
It's a good story.
Then I'm gonna turn that same thing over to Smoke and say, so far, it kind of seems like you're not a huge fan of Village from watching Kevin play.
I have a lot of story flaws.
Okay.
I think the game's short.
Yeah, that I did
evident.
find.
The game is very short.
Okay.
I don't personally think it's worth $60. As a beautiful game, sure, but like gameplay wise, I guess they added the replay value with the challenges, right? With the challenge mode, mercenary mode. But
So it's not just like, but you want to do extra stuff in it, so it's not just do it once and it's over. I think the challenges made it fun on the second run as well.
Yeah,
I think one of the
replay value.
One of the challenges for a title is speedrun the game in less than 3 hours.
Yes,
that's actually a challenge in the game.
That's spoilers. No spoiler alert.
Is that a spoiler? It's a challenge, right?
You're not going to do it in your first playthrough.
You don't figure it out till the end.
You're not going to do it in your first playthrough.
Yeah, okay.
You could if you knew what you were doing and you played on casual and you just wanted to get the game over with.
Yeah, maybe if you watch the boss fights on YouTube.
Run through that thing.
I guess if you watch somebody stream it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Are you going to get the game?
Me?
Yeah.
I might grab it for like PS4, PS5 someday. I don't think it did come out on PS4.
Probably.
Yeah.
Most likely.
I'm sure it's on Xbox One and PS4 because it's graphically gorgeous, but it's not very that intensive.
Yeah, it's not next gen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's probably been in development for like 3-4 years, right?
Probably longer than that, right?
Yeah. They probably started as soon as 6 was over.
Oh, there's gonna be a 9.
Oh, there's gonna be a 9, dude. They're gonna beat that horse till it can no longer breathe.
25 probably. Like we'll be like.
There's a lot of questions at the end.
We'll be hanging out in a nursing home together. Well, 2 of us. He's not making it.
Yeah, I won't make it a nursing home live.
We'll be hanging out. We'll be like,
instead.
dude, Resident Evil 12 or 25 just came out, and you'll still be playing it on your
and a remake.
Yeah, I will.
On your PlayStation 22.
Oh yeah, just do a remake of 8.
Yeah, and the remake of 8 will come out then too.
yeah, the remake of 8 will come out. They're still doing
full dive though. Full dive.
Oh my gosh. Do you think Final Fantasy is gonna do more remakes or remasters? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're missing
7's awesome.
Yeah, 7's awesome. I hope they do 8 and 9. At least do all of them.
I just don't think they could bring the quality, right? Like 7 was like a passion project for the developers. Like they went back to that game and
yeah. They went back to it twice the second time. They HD remastered it, and now they just completely want to tell the whole story the way they want it.
3D remake, complete. Yeah, I love it too. I mean, I haven't played much, but I do love it. Now, do you think that the remakes of 2 and 3 are at any way on par with that?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I think what they did with it was good.
I played through 2. I didn't beat it, but I played through most of it, and it was definitely more captivating to me than the second one was. Like the Resident Evil 2 was like not my favorite game to play. And then I played the remake. Yeah, remake. And I don't know. I could play through it again. Like it was fun. Yeah, totally. So I get that. Have you played the remakes at all, Smoke?
I haven't. No, I've watched him play them though. They look fun. Nemesis looks great. Mr. X looked great too.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah. What do you think about DBD, man? Dead by Daylight. Behavior possibly putting a Resident Evil killer in. We've been playing DBD together for like 5 years now. So not even a full. Yeah, me and you've been playing for 4.5.
Yeah, I wonder who they're gonna put in. They got a lot of choices to pick from. They got Mr. X, Nemesis. They could put any of the bosses from any of the games. They could put the new gun from 7.
Do you think they'd have to scale them down though? Could you imagine seeing Nemesis come at you in DBD? How would he fit through a doorway? Like, he is a massive.
They'd most likely have to scale them down.
Yeah.
You think
Or
that's
they
something
just
they'd
put
want to do?
someone else.
Yeah. Yeah, put
Because I
something.
know there's a lot of. Most of their Resident Evil bosses are pretty big.
Yeah. Yeah, they have to like break through the doorway instead now.
What is survivor would you like to see?
I would like to see either Leon, Chris,
I think Leon
Jill.
would be my pick.
Claire.
Yeah.
They're gonna put any of those main ones.
Right.
They could put Ethan.
Yeah.
But can you kill Ethan on a hook?
They never really show his face, so I don't think they'll put Ethan.
Can you kill Ethan on a hook?
As long as he don't got that the first aid, you're good.
Yeah. So it's not really. Is it spoiler territory for 7 now? How insane Ethan's healing abilities can be.
Well, they explain.
Yeah.
They explain it in Village.
So let's just talk about the
he can
first
heal
8
like
itself.
that.
How about that? Should we stay away from the spoilers of 8? How
Well, the
insane
question
is
you
it?
asked is spoiler territory too.
Okay, so Resident Evil
Because they
7.
explained it in Village.
She cuts his hand off with a chainsaw, right? And then they staple it back on and like pour some first aid, put some Bactine on it.
It's
Resident Evil magic.
And his arms works fine in the beginning of 7.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But now that I know why,
Yeah.
it's kind of, but for the time, for them just throwing it out there that he can just heal like a god. He's basically immortal. That was pretty wild.
We'll
I've
do a
never seen
spoiler
that.
section for sure because it'll be fun to talk
that'll
about.
be like the end of the video.
So I guess, do you want to do the retro pick of the week?
Yes. Now, we won't make Kevin go first, although I'm tempted.
I can actually see if I have my GameCube version. Well, you already know what it is. My favorite game.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, we've talked about it already, but it is retro at this point.
I think I might have it on my shelf. I'd have to look right now.
That's up to you.
It's up to you. But
we can always find cover art of it, or
why don't do you have one ready?
Yeah, I've got one right here.
Okay.
My go-to, and it's the one that I have the most gameplay in, and that's RE5. This is the gold edition for the PS3. Like I said, it's the one that has the move. I haven't done anything with the move stuff at all. But let's see if we can,
I don't even own a move. Yeah.
Yeah, this one comes with all the bonus content. You can't really call it DLC, right? Like, it was free.
Yeah, it's like pre-order bonus.
It's not paid. It's not paid stuff.
Yeah, right.
Kind
of.
Yeah. Again, I loved playing that mercenary mode and unlocking like Wesker, being able to waterfall kick zombies' heads off and stuff.
Right.
Great game. Makes me
I
sad
got
to call
stuck
it
on
retro.
that game.
Okay.
On online mode, with multiplayer mode, when the other person couldn't do a certain part, and they just kept fucking messing up. He kept going back to the same line. I had to hear it over and over and over and over. It was terrible.
That is.
He was
awful.
Into the atmosphere or burrows, something like that. It was just over and over and over.
That's the only Resident Evil game I really played was 5, and
we played 6 together, Kevin and I trolled him the old-fashioned way, where you go to the door and you're like, Chris, come here, Chris. And then as soon as he comes to join me, I get off the door.
What did it say? This man right here. This man right here, right there. Man right there.
He's to your left, actually.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, over there.
Okay, this man right here.
Straight to your left. Well, not above you though. Straight to your left. No, the other way.
He's just making a point.
Straight to the. Yeah, there you go. You got.
Right
I'm just being annoying. You're good.
Right here. He likes to use all his ammo, and then complains that he has no ammo. Bro, ammo is precious. You understand?
Hey, I know about it in real life. I stockpile.
Code Veronica.
PS2.
Code Veronica. Now, I'm not gonna say this. This is only my pick of the week because I'm not a Resident Evil fan. I just don't. I have not because I don't enjoy the series. I just have never really played it. I played 5 a little bit, and like it didn't get me into the series. I played 2 back in the day, and I was too young to really get it. Although you guys are my age, so. But this is pretty cool. It's like the demo disc for Devil May Cry in it, which I thought was
that's
cool.
really cool, dude.
Really cool.
Yeah.
So if you can find this physical, I mean, it's actually going for a pretty good price tag. I think it's like $30 or something right now on eBay.
So is 4 on the GameCube, by the way.
Yeah. All the Resident Evils are really going.
$40?
4 on the GameCube goes for like, hang on.
Yeah.
You get a price check on Resident Evil 4 for the GameCube.
Sorry, sir. It's gonna take me 1 second. I'll get a price check and talk to the manager real quick. See if we can come down on that. 1 second. We're gonna do this more often, but
price check, please.
Price check. Resident Evil 4. Oh my God, there's so many Resident Evil 4s.
There is so many.
Yeah, there is. That's re-released so much.
For the GameCube.
Yep, for the GameCube.
Now,
the best version.
According to our pricing services, it's looking like in the computer here, sir. If I look through the numbers, I think we're going to be charged $27.14 for this complete copy. $27.
Is that all it is now? Because of all the re-releases?
Now, if you want to find it new, that's a $90 game.
I remember a couple of years ago, that game, probably before all the re-releases to Switch and stuff, I remember seeing that game go for $80 complete.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's insane.
Yeah.
GameCube,
that's crazy to me that it went down to $27.
Is GameCube coming back down?
For
the most part, it kind of is. Like, you still have your big hitters, but GameCube as general is not super expensive for shit games anymore.
Okay.
I don't want to say shit games. Games that aren't sought after.
Right.
There's technically no such thing as a shit game.
I agree. As a musician, I always
say
that there's no such thing as bad music, which no one ever agrees with me. But if somebody appreciates the music, then it's a good song. It's just not a good song to you.
Somebody somewhere likes Dr. Jekyll and Hyde.
Who?
Somebody.
Who? He said who?
Who?
Exactly.
Who?
Exactly.
We'll find him.
Now, I have another segment we should do.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
I think it's time that we do our first ever guest appearance.
Maybe does Smoke have a whole room just for gaming?
Yes. I think we should do our favorite segment here on Skorne's Lair. Name that game.
Oh, snap, I'm gonna lose.
Nah,
right.
bro, you
I'm
got
gonna send
this.
you
We made this
link
one
here.
just for you. All right, we're gonna send you a link over. This week we kept with the theme, so we are staying with Resident Evil themed here. I will give you that hint right there. And that's like the only hint that I'm really gonna give you. So you have a video, and we're gonna learn what game we have for you. Do you think you're gonna be able to guess this? You know almost every Resident Evil game there is, right?
I don't know. Maybe. Let's see.
Look. All right. So first, this is my score, and that's Smoke's score. And now we're gonna get a 0 and 0 for our guest Kevin. And now this is your running total, sir. So the next time you're on, this is your score. That's all I'm saying.
We gotta start the music.
All right, start the music, and let's play that video. Get that going.
All right, I'm playing it.
Now, why don't you describe?
If you could please describe for the podcast, yeah.
For the audio listeners, what you're seeing.
I'm watching a train, and they're moving around.
Okay.
Can I name that game? Can I name it?
He already knows it.
Can I name it?
Yeah, you can name it.
The Resident Evil 0.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. It absolutely is 0.
The fastest win yet.
Yeah.
The fastest win on Name That Game.
So you can go ahead and shut up before you see me potato aim 3 zombies and get eaten alive.
No, that's playing right now, dude. In fact, I put that over this moment.
I couldn't figure out how to fire.
Dude, that's great. Yeah, he could. Yeah, it was funny.
How fast can you answer?
You can answer it right away.
Dude, you could have answered that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even need to press play.
Really?
Wow.
You saw the screenshot and you were like, how often?
Yeah.
So you played 0 then? Because I've never played it. The only one, it was
played
either
the
between Code Veronica or 0. We didn't know which one to put in. Yeah, that's why our podcast was late, because we we were doing that.
Yeah.
I was gonna be.
I didn't need to open it.
I was gonna be a dickhead and start the Wii, but I was like, "There's no way."
Yeah. Whatever that one game is, we should have found that one game that you said that no one has played.
Yeah.
Congratulations, sir. You have won your first ever episode of Name That Game.
Right.
And so here is our new count. My score, Smoke score,
Guest
Kevin's score. Well, this is actually
I got
your
my own
score.
score.
You get your own score. Every guest is going to get their own score. So every time that you come back on, this is your running count for the first season of Name That Game.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. Now I'm the only person who's lost. Again. Twice. Ugh. That's all right. I'll win one eventually.
I like how his only descriptor was, "I see a train." This is Resident Evil 0.
Oh, it's perfect, man. It's perfect.
Yep.
This is why Resident Evil is going to sponsor us.
There you go.
Sponsor, please.
Capcom.
Please.
Yeah, Capcom. I'll take one of your Street Fighter arcade sticks, please.
Oh, yeah. I'm not spending the $300, so
Please.
I
will play that thing on stream every week for you.
Every day.
Every day. $50 a day, though. That's $50.
I mean, I'm going to play Mortal Kombat on it, but I will use your stick.
I mean, if you just want to send me a library of every video game you've ever made, too, that'd be great.
I take that.
Just ask Soldier Boy. He'll get you.
Soldier Boy, got you. Soldier Boy in a hoe.
I'll
watch
take
him crank
every
it, watch
copy
it
of Resident Evil. You understand?
Yeah.
Watch them crank those cell bars shut.
Watch him crank them cease and assist orders through his mailbox.
Yeah,
that's cool. So that means what we were marking this point as, for those of you who don't want to know this game, first off, I want you to subscribe so you can see the next video, and then like it, and up here there's another button.
Alert button.
Stuff.
Also, check this man out on Twitch.
Yeah, make sure you check him out. Is it still orb walking?
Yes.
Yeah, underscore or just orb walking?
Underscore.
Orb walk underscore king.
Underscore king. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and there'll be I'll put the thing here so you can see it. You're still streaming it for now. Still streaming over at Twitch.
Yep.
Yes.
Until you find a new one, and that's Steve Arici. I'm still streaming very rarely at Life for Geeks, and Life for Geeks everywhere else too. If you want to check it out. Besides Snapchat, for some reason that's Geeks for Life.
It's ended up that way.
I don't know. I've never changed it. You can't. I don't think you can change it.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't really use social media anymore. So
I'm right there with you, brother.
But with that out of the way, we're gonna mark this and give you 30 seconds to get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of my video. We're about to spoil the shit out of this game. You hear me? Fucking leave.
Cue the air raid sirens.
10, 9. Yeah, I don't have time for this. All right, ready to spoil this shit?
Yeah, so ready.
Fuck yeah. All right. I want you to give me your favorite moment of the video game. Favorite moment.
The second boss fight.
Second boss fight. That early.
No,
yeah.
Third
Okay.
boss fight.
Explain
the
to our viewers.
second boss fight was fucked up.
Third boss fight.
So
when you
explain to
go
the
into the
viewers-
manor,
Exactly.
when you go into the manor and you fight the puppet, there's a part in the game where a monster baby spawns, and it scared the living fuck out of me.
Yeah.
I can attest. Yeah, I can attest to that.
Thing was gross
Yeah.
and
That's
cool at the
great.
same time.
Is that the one? That's the one with all the dolls, right?
Yeah,
That's the same building. Yeah.
the doll maker.
Yeah, that's creepy. When you walked into there, I was not ready for it. I don't really find that baby that creepy. Maybe the first time you played it, it was pretty creepy, you know. And you guys said
Yeah,
you
I
played it
played
pretty
it.
late.
It's the
Yeah,
audio,
like
man. Is
2,
what it is.
3 in the morning.
Yeah, I had volume down.
It's the audio, man.
Okay. I'm sure if you're like totally immersed in the game and you haven't seen anything else this crazy, you're already tripping out because of the creepy doll thing. Like that was creepy. If you
Yeah.
have a fear of dolls, I do not recommend that level. I
No.
mean, if you love the Resident Evil games,
I do.
play it.
I do.
But yeah,
You know,
but-
I almost feel like you have to insert the clip with the audio here,
and we're back.
and that is why that thing was so screwed up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's so I'm gonna play that at full volume for the audio listeners too. Just
I was watching him play it at like 3, 4 in the morning too.
oh yeah.
All the lights off. Yeah,
Okay.
It got to me.
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
blame you. Like
I
that,
dreamt
like they
about it
take
that
away.
night.
It kind of gave me
It was
Outlast
not
vibes
pleasant.
because they take away your guns
Yeah.
and you just play through this. It's crazy.
But-
I will give you that.
Technically, they don't take away your guns. You're hallucinating
Oh.
that you have no guns, but you have them the entire time.
Oh, okay. That makes
what
sense.
stopped him from
actually.
putting it to his own temple? Jesus.
He thought he didn't have
It was
one.
the
He was
right
slapping
kind of
himself.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I'll agree. That's one of the moments I caught you playing that I really enjoyed. I mean, it's like one of the only moments I caught, but that kind of did make me play the game. And then you got back into it, and I just felt like you were playing like any other first-person zombie game. I mean,
Yep.
I'll give you that. Like that, but I didn't also watch you play the whole game, so I don't want to talk down on the game without actually giving it a chance first, or watching you play more or something. You know.
The big dude in the beginning with the hammer is pretty good too.
Oh yeah, they got to me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, oh man,
You did not
it's
expect
gonna
that.
be good.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
do
it
you think of
seems
the
like a-
Duke?
The Duke.
The Duke.
Yeah.
He makes a reference from 4.
Okay.
He makes a reference. He says, "What are you buying?"
Oh, from like the
'Cause
merchant
they're friends.
Ford.
Yeah, they're from the merchant
okay.
for their friends. He's like, "Have you heard of my friend? What are you buying?" And he kind of says like that. And he goes, "Just playing."
What do you buy him?
I saw a clip on YouTube of somebody throwing a pipe bomb at him, and he jiggles because he's a fucking big dude, and then he just coughs from the smoke. It doesn't phase him at all. It just makes his fat jiggle.
Word.
That's great.
Yeah. He doesn't get mad or anything. Doesn't kick you out.
No.
Okay, so is that also your least favorite moment from the game then? Is that child? I just need to know. Because
Yep.
I was going to ask you that next, and then I realized it's
Yeah.
probably the same moment.
Yeah, it's my favorite and least part that I like doing.
Uh, That's great. Because weren't you like gonna quit when I was gonna watch? You're like, no, I'm done.
Yep.
I'm not playing.
No, I'm done.
No,
I'm over it.
done. I'm good.
Nope. But once I
That's
got past
great.
that part, it was just woo.
So
Kevin,
so
you
Go
need
ahead.
to play the Silent Hill games.
oh
The Silent Hill
yeah.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
They're-
think Resident
I've
Evil is
actually
messed
never
up, dude.
played any Silent Hill games.
Yeah.
I'd say Village is kind
So
of
I
like
played.
Silent Hill.
It's kind of the way that they
Honestly.
set up the city.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
if you
as,
think
like,
Resident Evil is
not
messed
the
up,
same-
dude,
Yeah.
Silent
So-
Hill will give you a new perspective.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That guy when he's dragging that sword, the first time you see the pyramid head dragging the sword behind him, like you think it's like it's kind of creepy in DVD, Dead by Daylight, but
Yeah.
it doesn't compare to like being in the middle of the game, already being creeped out from the walls literally falling apart on you. And then like it is one I will give that is one of the creepiest games out there.
Yeah, Silent Hill's messed up.
So what about the ending of the game? I asked earlier, and we didn't want to spoil anything. So like you said that it left you wanting more. What more are you forgetting? Like what are you?
So at the end of
what are you? Yeah.
at the end of the game, when you beat it, Ethan sacrifices himself for his family, and they explain how he was able to reattach his arms and stuff.
Okay.
Vaccine.
Yeah.
Neosporin.
Yeah, Neospore right
Sponsor
there.
me.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's technically mold. He's technically the mold from the underneath the village where the source where it came from Louisiana,
Okay.
and he technically died in Louisiana,
Oh.
and then he got infected. So he's mold now. He's the actual virus itself. Part of it, like
That's crazy.
how they were in 7, how he kept dying and coming back.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
So
So is
that's
that
how
like-
he was able to attach his arms and stuff.
Is that like whole family of cannibals that way then? From 7?
They got infected from the boat.
Okay. Yeah,
I
that's
know-
I didn't know
And-
that.
I'll butcher her name, so let's call her Lady D. And my
Demiscrete something.
Demiscu or something.
This
When-
name.
Yeah.
This name.
When
Yeah.
she Wolverine claws his hand off, and you don't know anything about the end of the story. This is like first chapter, right? Second chapter
Yeah.
technically, and he just
He
Pour some of
just-
pours some of his
on
little
it,
juice on there,
moves it right.
and then his fingers move again. I audibly went, "What the fuck? What the
Yeah.
fuck is this game?" I mean, he's stabbed multiple times.
I mean, to be fair, in every single Resident Evil, you take some herbs and you rub them together and you make a bandage. Like,
Or spray, yeah.
He's got a point
Or-
there.
you know what I mean? Like, it's none
First thing-
of the other games are any more realistic.
Yeah. But the arm getting cut off twice. Different arms. Oh, at the beginning of the game, he loses 3 of his fingers.
But they don't come back.
Yeah, they don't come back.
But to be
The-
fair,
the-
in the
Did-
games, you
did
can
he
get
just lose
bitten
him?
by the zombie.
The
Okay.
Wolverine bites him off. Or the would you say
Uh,
that they're would you say they're
They're-
zombies or would you say they're wolfmen?
I say they're both.
They
But-
still
Zombie
move around like
wolfmen?
zombies.
Zombie
Technically, he was experimenting into turning them into lichens.
Yeah.
They're dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting concept.
So you
But
were saying
Like
about
you guys were,
yeah.
saying about the healing stuff, is you can get bitten by a zombie in any of the games,
Multiple times.
but a bite's supposed to turn you. So the herbs are,
I always
you know,
wondered that too. Yeah.
yeah, the herbs are wonder herbs. They're from,
Yeah. Antibiotics.
Vaccine,
They're the cure.
yeah, vaccine for the zombie apocalypse.
yeah.
Make sure you grow your herbs and take them
Yeah,
daily.
you gotta have your herb for the zombie apocalypse.
I'll
Yeah.
have plenty of it. Don't worry.
Start growing it now.
I already am.
Allegedly.
Oh,
There we
So
go. There it
allegedly.
is. I knew he was
got
gonna
it.
say
I
it.
knew it was coming. It's calling for it.
But back to your
Uh,
earlier question on
Yes.
what I didn't like about it. was I thought it was a good ending. I liked how they tied in both games at the end right there on how he was able to regenerate his stuff. And then more questions I had was because at the end of the game, there's a part where the daughter's grown up and they're watching her and she visits her dad's grave.
Oh, yeah.
And they pull away in a car. And then there's someone standing there walking towards the car, and the car stops. It just stops. Like, you don't know who that person is.
You never find out.
I would like to know who that was, who that is, and what they plan on doing with the girl, the daughter.
And you're questioning if there's going to be a Resident Evil 8? Come on, dude. That was totally like hey, there's another game coming. Give it 3 years.
Chris said we're going to Europe, but that was
France, right?
Still. Yeah,
I think
France.
he said France.
To the BSAA, because at the end of the game, BSAA is using mutated people.
Okay.
Like bioweapons. That's what they call them.
Speaking of Chris Redfield, how did you feel when we thought Ethan was dead, and then you get to play as Chris Redfield, and he's like a fucking Marine, SEAL Team 6 with all his gadgets and guns, and then you go back to being a fucking nobody with a 1911.
It was fun. I like what they did there. And then they tell the story of Ethan.
I know.
Why he's special.
He's special.
Special. But yeah, it was a good ending. And left me with a bunch of questions.
Which is not a bad thing. Yeah. Like, it's not that you shouldn't be left with questions. Like, most stories are going to lead you with questions. It means that you were paying attention and you're curious.
Yep.
So that's good. It's good. Recommendation to the audience: play or don't play, buy or don't buy.
In its current state.
I'd say buy.
In its current state, buy it.
In its current state, buy. It was worth the 60. For me, it was. That is.
Yeah.
Is there an official release date on that game that comes with it, the Battle Royale?
No, there's actually not. Reverse. I wanted to play that.
I didn't know about that.
It did what it did for 3. In 3, they released another game, like a little extra game. In 3, they released like the DVD kind of game where there's a killer and then there's 4 survivors. Well, for Resident Evil, there's a mastermind and they control zombies, Nemesis, Mr. X.
Okay.
And the 4 survivors have to find a way to exit the facility, but the mastermind can set traps and stuff to stop them from leaving and kill them.
Okay.
So in this new one that came out with Village, it's a battle royale. It's coming. It's supposed to be out, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. But it's a battle royale. Everybody versus everybody. And then when you die, you get to come back as a bioweapon.
Oh.
So you can come back as like Mr. X or any.
That's cool. Yeah.
The guy from 7 with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
What is your favorite weapon in Resident Evil?
All Resident Evil.
Which Resident Evil?
All
of them. The franchise.
Some of them are different because in 1, 2, and 3, 7 and 8, you can't melee. Like in 4, 5, and 6, how there's a special melee you can do if they're like hunched over.
Oh, right.
I like 4 because I don't have to waste ammo.
Yeah.
But my favorite would be the handgun because for that I could just shoot him in the head and then run up to him and do like
any
a special
specific
move.
handgun?
The one you can get it for sure. The Red 9, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hands down my favorite one.
So if anyone wants to send him a model of a Red 9.
That or the Matilda. Matilda is actually a good one too. The one that Leon uses.
Yeah.
I think having a model of a Hydra would be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I like in Village, their special collector's edition comes with a Tokyo Marui airsoft Samurai's Edge.
Yeah.
and the figurine. I would have loved either one of those.
That's right.
It was pretty cool.
And he's holding his gun from 8, his trusty gun.
All right, guys. Well, I think that was a pretty good summary of, our opinions. I also want to say quick before I have an outro here that this man told me he knows nothing about Resident Evil when I invited him on this podcast. He swore to both of us, I know nothing about this series. He guessed the name of the game before we even put the video on. Like, and then he just told me that he knows the guns from 1, 2, 4. You can tell me what games have specific guns, and